Hello, welcome to Listening Effectively Part 3. Today's going to be on active listening, the big one. The skill that can enhance all your important relationships and can be a superpower with your partner, your parenting, and your friends. It can be you can learn it, and it's very rare, so it will put you ahead of the crowd. Okay. We are going to start by taking a look at all the listening styles and how they would answer in certain circumstances. The scene to picture is your 15-year-old daughter enters the living room and says, "I think I want to be an auto mechanic." So this is a time that it's not particularly a red flag, but it's a flag. Snap into active listening mode. You want to know where this is coming from. You want to know what's going on with her mind, her thinking, her feeling. You want to enter her private world if she will let you. So let's look at the way that the other listening styles would go. Passive would say, "Oh, really?" Dismissive listening styles would go, "You don't really want to do that." Judging would go, "Oh, dirty fingernails and oily clothes and you'd smell bad." Advising goes, "Take those same skills and go into nursing." Questioning, "Why do you want to do that? What will your friends think?" Diverting, "This isn't about that boy that worked on our car, is it?" Taking control in other ways. I've read about women who enter men's businesses, men's type of work, and they never are taken seriously and they don't make as much money. Encouraging, "Great, let's sign you up for a class." Active listening. Okay, you're going to throw the switch to say, "I want to really know what's going on with my girl." What could you say? First of all, you are telling yourself to take yourself and put yourself aside and try to get from her all you can about what's going on to get her to this point. There are 3 magic words for active listening. Tell me more. That's interesting. Tell me more. Oh, really? Tell me more. There are other active listening responses that you can give, like go on. "Oh, okay, I see. You really don't have to say a whole lot. You just have to not shut it down. You have to be encouraging for them to go on." Really? You can repeat what they say or paraphrase, and we'll see an example of that in a minute. You can address the emotions, but just be sure if you are tempted to say you sound really frustrated or really angry, be sure you're not diverting it. Just you want it to come from her. You don't want anything stopping it. In some cases, let's say that the girl was 25 instead of 15, and she had a job and she was thinking of quitting her job and going into apprenticeship for auto mechanics. And then you could say something like, "Help me understand." And that kind of is being a little bit more practical, injecting a little bit of reality into the situation. But be careful with it. Okay? I am going to read you. It's long, but that's part of the point of it. A really good example of active listening. It's between a parent, let's say it's a mother and a child. I'll be the child. The child says, I wish I could get a cold once in a while, like Susie. She's lucky. Okay, first of all, that's a red flag. Oh my God, my kid doesn't want to go to school. What's going on? Is she being bullied? What? Is she at loggerheads with the teacher? What's going on? And this is, by the way, it's been around a while, and it's a multiple choice question. I'm not going to read you all the choices. I'm just going to read you the good ones here. But so the parent, this good mother, says, you're envious of Susie. Yes, she gets to stay out of school and I never do. You wish you could stay out of school too. Yes, I do. I don't like to go to school every day, day after day. I get sick of it. You really get tired of school sometimes. Sometimes I just hate it. It's more than not liking school. That's right, I hate the homework, I hate the classes, and I hate the teachers. Right now, you just hate everything about school. I really don't hate all of the teachers, just 2 of them. There's one I really can't stand. You really have trouble with one in particular, huh? It's that Mrs. Barnes. I just don't like her. I got her for the whole year, too. You feel like you're stuck with her for a long time. I don't know how I'll stand it. You know what she does every day? She stands up and gives us a long lecture of all the things that we have to do to get an A in her class. It's sickening. You sure don't like to hear all those rules. She makes it seem impossible to get an A unless you're some kind of genius or a teacher's pet. You don't think you can possibly get an A. I'm not going to be one of those teachers' pets. The other kids hate them. I'm already not very popular with the kids. I just don't feel like many of the girls like me. Tears. You sure don't want to do anything that could make the other kids not like you. There's this group of girls that are the top ones in the school. They're the most popular girls. I wish I could get in their group, but I don't know how. You really would like to belong to this group, but you don't know how. I honestly don't know how the girls get in this group. They're not the prettiest, not all of them. They're not always the ones with the best grades. Some in the group get high grades, but most of them get lower grades than I do. I just don't know. You're puzzled what it takes to get into this group. Well, one thing is that the girls in the group are all pretty friendly. They talk a lot, make friends. They say hello to you first and talk real easy. I can't do that. I'm just not good at that stuff. You think maybe being friendly is what they have that you don't. I know I'm not good at talking. I can talk easily with one girl, but when it's a whole bunch, I just keep quiet. It's hard for me to think of something to say. You're okay with one girl, but not a lot. Yes, I'm always afraid I'll say something that'll be silly or wrong. I just stand there and feel kind of left out. It's terrible. Clamming up, that's what you feel so bad about. I sure do, and so forth. You've gotten to the real problem. I want to point out that anywhere along the way in this, you could have shut it down. The mother could have shut it down with any one of these, but she persevered and she got to the real issue. So then what? Here's my active listening model, the speaker and the listener. The speaker says something that makes the listener have a red flag that goes up. Whoa, this is something I need to find out about. What's going on with that person? Set myself aside. what's going on with that person to bring them to this point. I want to know their thoughts. I want to know their feelings. I want it into their private world. So this listener did a great job, as we can see. She kept the conversation going. Down here, you're getting it. And if you feel like you've not gotten to the real issue, that there's more energy there than the issue demands, keep going. Say, is there more? Try to get more out, because sometimes that's necessary. But you'll know when you're getting to the real issue. With this girl, she doesn't feel like she's in the in group, and she doesn't feel like she has the people skills that would get her there. So then you can work with that. Then you can do those other things. My favorite there would be the parent saying, what would you like to do about this? What do you think could help you? How can I help you? Brainstorm some ideas. I think the girl probably would do well if she got into some sort of sports group or drama group, or some kind of a group. She needs that kind of group interaction. That I know she goes to school, but you don't always get that group interaction. So there would be ways to enhance her skills, her people skills, her group skills, and that could change her life. So this little exercise right here could lead to things that will change her life. There are many opportunities that we pass by because we don't alert ourselves to the importance of the occasion and engaging in active listening. There's some more situations that I think of that could lead to active listening. Your spouse or partner comes in and says, I'm going to put the house on the market. What? What is that? This happened to an acquaintance of mine. It's like, what? Is he leaving me? Does he have a terminal disease? Are we bankrupt? You know, my goodness, what is this? And what it turned out to be in her case, I don't know how she arrived at it. Maybe he just told her, but they were living in a lovely home on the water out of town, but he had to get in his car and come to town every time he wanted anything, including a soda or whatever. So he was just tired of that and didn't want to keep doing it. And they didn't have a very cooperative marriage. Obviously, he did it. And she just kind of had to go along with it. So another case where red flag, you need to snap into active listening. Your mother says, well, I finally made that doctor appointment I've been thinking about for a while. Yikes. What's going on with mom? You know, that's worth investigating. Your best friend says, I know I broke up with John a month ago, but he's calling and I think I might go out with him. Resist the urge to jump all over her and say, you're crazy, I was with you during your breakup, what are you thinking of? No, just snap into active listening and find out what's really going on with her and with them. Your boss comes in and says, we have some changes happening soon. Okay, I need to find out, are we being laid off? Has the company been bought and everybody's out the door? What's going on? So these are times that you need, there are a lot of times that you need active listening in your life. And so many opportunities to find out what's really going on with the people that are important in our lives. Okay. Part 4 next time is going to tie up any loose ends that we might have about active listening, and it will be on how to be listened to better. Okay. Thank you.